That's Rachel. Together we are talking with famous people. And today I ask the provocative question: is this man really 22 years old? Well, yeah, I am. That's how old I am. I'm 22.
Wow.
A lot of people think I look mature for my age. And they're not wrong. I did mature early, you know. He looks 22, doesn't he, Rachel?
He does look 22.
Yeah, that man.
Like you've got some you got used to.
Yeah, I'm doused in youth too. Okay, so anyway, short answer, yes. Long answer, no, but. Okay, that's the that's the answer to the question. I'll ask the title of the poll.
Oh.
Is this man really 22 years old? Let's find out.
I hate to bring it up again, but honestly, like I really appreciate having that talk with you because I feel much, much better.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Rachel. Winston's mom says, would you want to be 22 again, Rachel? A host Eric? No. No. I mean, if I could go back in time, uh, and if I went back to 22, well, unfortunately, Rachel would only be 9 years old.
Oh my god. No. No, you don't want to go back to being 22 then.
Yeah, so bit of a problem there.
You know what though? Something in my soul says even though I was like 9 years old, I still would have had a crush on you.
Well, hopefully it wouldn't have been reciprocated.
No. It wouldn't. Hi, Winston's mom.
D Blobfish says, hello there, I'm a fish. You're not just any fish, you're the Blobfish. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Hello. You know what I noticed today? I'll share this with the people at home and with Rachel. There's this little extra hangy thing on my jacket here.
Is it on the other sleeve too?
No? Oh yes, it is, actually.
That's so interesting.
There's one on this sleeve too, now that you mention it.
What the heck?
I guess so you can hang it by its sleeves? I don't know.
I don't know either. The only thing I can think of is like, those shirts that have holes in them so you can put your thumb through. But that's not really.
No, this seems just like the kind of thing you hang a jacket from, right?
Yeah.
Seems like exactly that thing.
That is so weird.
I don't know why it's on the sleeves. It's not like I have it inside out or anything.
No.
So let's see how it's going in the poll. No is winning. People don't believe that I'm really 22. I am deeply, deeply offended. 22 is old enough to be everybody's grandpa.
Everybody's grandpa?
Well, most people's grandpa.
Oh.
Yeah, most people come around here. They seem to. Well, obviously, we got a lot of people around here who've got kind of an iffy relationship with their grandfather, so that they're not really sure very much what he looks like.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah. Many people think that you are.
Yeah. Eric, in the stores, dresses have loops for belts sewn on them. These loops can be cut off once the dress leaves the store. Your sleeve loops may be for when that shirt is in the store and hangs.
Interesting.
That's plausible.
That is.
That makes some sense, Winston's mom. Uh, Hi Natalie, how are you? You have the same name as my friend Dave Porter's significant other. They've been together for a long time, but they're not actually married. But they're definitely more than just like going steady.
Yeah, no. They're like life partners.
They don't need no piece of paper from the city hall, making them tried and true now. My old man, you know where my blues.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You sing beautiful.
So you know, I got some Adderall yesterday. I'm already done with it all. Both yesterday and today, despite taking 30 milligrams each day, I ended up taking a nap because I never really sleepy weeked out properly, you know.
No.
So, and I still don't feel like slept out all the way. But I do feel more rested than I have been. Rachel's seeming to do a little bit better with her back, although it's still hurting her.
Yeah, you know, it is better though. Maybe I'll put some ice on it now.
Yeah, I kind of like that too, Winston's mom. But I even like it better when somebody comes in and says, like, oh, it's Eric. He's a homeless crack addict.
No.
I said, I'm not a homeless crack addict. But yeah, I like that too, Winston's mom. It's great when people come in and say, hey, can you show us, like this morning somebody came and said, hey, can you show us more of your little wilderness car? I thought that was very gratifying. Matarazzi sound. Hello, Serbia. I remember you from before. You sound so much like a Matarazzi. That's how come I remember you. I can remember the way you sound.
Oh my god. I know I keep on saying this, but like the sense of relief that I have is like so different.
I'm glad you don't feel the need to be troubled.
What?
I'm glad you don't feel the need to feel troubled. That's
no,
good.
because I really was like, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I am reminded around here also how fortunate we are, you know? Not that I don't remember that regularly anyway, but first, last, Chris goes live and I'll stop by and say hello, but usually he is practicing and the stream may be more for him than for engagement with the chat. Well, yeah, if he's playing music, I'm the same way when I'm playing music. Obviously, I can't really engage with the chat while I'm playing. And in fact, to the extent that I look at the chat too much when I'm playing, it'll make me mess up.
Hey, Metarazzi sound. My sister lives in Serbia right now.
That's true. Rachel's sister lives in Serbia.
Yeah.
Do you know
in
what?
Belgrade, exactly.
In Belgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belgrade, Serbia. Okay, but Winston's mom, there's confusion here. First class is talking about Isaiah Rude, not uh, Chris Chapin. You got it wrong. Yes, there you go.
Yeah, Belgrade.
Belgrade,
Yeah.
indeed. Uh, Lennon edits. I hereby shout you out. Uh, you're in Kragujevac, Central Serbia.
Oh.
Well, congratulations. You know, Kragujevacian people are very proud people. You're welcome, Lennon edits. Um, it's Sunday. Uh, fairly lazy Sunday. Um, I've watched all four of my cartoons. Hi, Alexander.
Hi, Alexander. Dar.
Alexander. I think Alexander's fine. um, probably it's not pronounced Alexander, but it might be pronounced like that. I've got perhaps one or two more doors to chew here today, which I may begin chewing a door in a little while of this stream. One of the doors I need to chew is I need to put a new bag in the cat litter trash can and scoop out the cat litter.
Oh.
Yeah. Because doing chores sounds so intimidating, I've decided from now on to chew doors. Well, I must say, I'm very pleased that uh, this go round with a Discord server seems to be going better.
Yeah, it is. Much better.
I know that much because Rachel likes it, and that makes me happy, rather than disliking it.
Yeah, like it's really nice. It's like a group of people who gel really well. Plus, there's some ENTPs in it, so they keep the conversation going, which is always fun.
Needs people do that, at least some of the time. Yes, American Marlboro Reds, the finest health tubes in the world.
This is my last health tube 2.0.
Oh, is the white one cashed?
Yeah.
Wow, you really are down to the dregs, huh?
Yeah, but if you know, if you don't mind, when this one's out, which it has a lot, maybe rolling me some joints.
Well, sure, we'll go down to Merced and get you more health tubes.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Boba Fett.
Hi, Boba Fett. Wow, 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 yo. Very, very nice. Yeah, we're live streaming again. I've had a nap. I ate some lunch. I'm feeling at least energized enough to do a little bit of live streaming. Unfortunately, this evening I need to work with Jeffrey on a paper he's written for English class. How fun. How thoroughly exciting. Huh. So, I've got that to look forward to. Hooray. Anyhow, after I pull this ball, maybe I'll go outside. We'll have a health tube and appreciate the pleasantness of the day. 64 degrees, mostly cloudy. That's a pleasant March day, you know. I really liked it this morning when somebody, I don't remember who it was, called this stream wholesome. I want to be wholesome. It's not normally where I've landed. I'm the man in question. New group. I am the man in question. Interesting new Renault Contini vid about INFJ and ISFJ. For sure, you come to feel that it was the only thing worth saying what one felt. Cleverness was silly. One must simply say what one felt. Awesome, says Book Afty. Or something like that. Keep that back up a bit. There's a fairly finite range of questions that people might want discussed / answered. You know, might want to discuss themselves, might want to have discussed, might actually have questions about, or might have opinions about, or whatever. In terms of like, you say like, internet people, what's a topic that you want to talk about? Well, I will basically never hear a topic that people have not wanted to talk about before. Yeah, 22 years old. I am 22. I have a new game for you that may link to meta pattern recognition and problem solving. Oh yeah, what's it called? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah. Hi, Bravo Echo. That's Blue Elvis in Army Talk.
Oh, Bravo Echo.
Yeah, because B is Bravo and E is Echo. He's called Chill Will Likes. Chilly Willy Likes. Okay. Can I get information about it by Googling it, or do you have to explain it to me? I'm not going to Google it this second because I'm going outside, but Google it when I come back in. I like your nature and your home. Well, thanks. Matarazzi sound. I mean, Alexander. Alexander is easier to say than Matarazzi sound. Because, of course, when I see Matarazzi, I think Maserati. You know that famous kind of car? Maserati. I don't know. Is there a T in it? I guess it's just Maserati, huh? This coffee is delicious, nice and warm. And it's a nice cool day. Cool enough that there aren't any bugs. Which I appreciate. Nice sound of the little stream down there. It's a pleasing sound. Oh, you know what? I'm always looking for spots of the stream that I can zoom in on and people can actually see. I noticed there's one right down there. Maybe I can zoom in on. Oh, I see. It's down there. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Finally, we got some stream you can really see with your seeing eyes. You can see it, right? I can see it in the camera, so I know you can see it. You can see the light moving, the shadow and the light moving on the water. And that's what you really need if you're going to see the water on the camera from this distance. You need some light reflecting off of it. Example deuce. Chili Willy likes funny jokes but doesn't like fun. Let me look at example 1. Chili Willy likes the summer but he hates the sun. But what's the answer to example 1? What's the answer to example 1? So I know what kind of answers you're looking for. I live in a village. You live in a village? Well, that's great because I don't know if you've heard, but it takes a village to raise a child. So if you're planning to raise a child, that's a great place to be. In a village. You're pre-prepared to raise a child that way, apparently. Well, the yelling neighbor lady is home. Wow, you got 38,000 subscribers? Very nice. Impressive. Maybe someday I too will have 38,000 subscribers. And then I'll be like, yeah, suck it. Like that. You don't like the city. You just like nature, huh? Well, Hero Lamb has 2,000 subs. Wow. Congratulations, Hero Lamb. There are a lot of people in the world that have more subs than I do, that's for sure. Including pretty much everybody. But that's okay. I'm not competing against those other people. I'm just competing against my own past. Did you ever give me the answer to example 1? Oh, okay. You're just going to give me examples so I get it right. Chili Willy likes the summer but hates the sun. Chili Willy is a ginger? Chili Willy likes funny jokes but doesn't like fun. Chili Willy is a consumer of comedy media? Chili Willy loves funny and swimming, but he hates lame water. Um, well, you've got the answer correct. Just to give me the same riddle in correct format. Okay, so Chili Willy loves puzzles but hates this fucking game. How about that? Did I get it right? Is that the correct answer? I think that's the correct answer. Chili Willy loves puzzles but hates this fucking game. So it's like, are you just trying to find an analogous relationship between the things? Is that how it works or what? You see a lot of the river right now, actually. See it in multiple spots of the stream. It's definitely not a river. Sax. All right. Well, sax to you too. Muhammad Samim Hakimi. Sax to you too. Muhammad Samim Hakimi. That's a hard name to say. A lot of people in the world named Muhammad. It's a very popular name. Well, I just think of sports star Muhammad Ali. My friend Matt Cates, has a great song called White Men Don't Name Their Babies Jesus. I think it's a great lyric, a great name for a song. It's a great song. White men don't name their babies Jesus. I don't know why. You sax man, you gay. Well, I agree that saxophone is very gay. But that's not why it's bad. Saxophone is bad because it's um it's jazzy. That's what's wrong with saxophone. It's too jazzy. Let's just admit it right now. That's what's wrong with saxophone.
I think I'm trying to think of bands that use the saxophone. Like I think Hall & Oates uses the saxophone.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job of it. And I would say additionally that that Steely Dan uses saxophone reasonably well.
Yes.
You know. I think that in the song New York's Alright If You Like Saxophones by Fear, I think they use saxophone well in that song.
Oh, I don't know that song.
Well, you know what, Rachel? I think that what I'm going to do right now is mute the live stream for a second so that I can play you a little bit of New York's Alright If You Like Saxophones. And I will additionally provide it for the people in the chat so you can listen concurrently if you want to. Okay, now some of you are on a phone. You may not want to do this. I'm not sure.
Actually, go to Albano.
All right, you go to Albano. While you're in Albano, you can listen to New York's Alright while you like saxophones. So my favorite lyric in New York's Alright If You Like Saxophones is New York's Alright If You Like Art and Jazz. New York's Alright If You're a Homosexual. Uh, it was a less enlightened era. But New York's Alright If You Like Saxophones is, I always thought it was a fantastic song. As somebody from Los Angeles, Squirrel Life, are you sure? You seem a lot more sure about that than I do. You think I'm not 22? How old do you think I am? Think I'm only 17 or what? Am I getting a toupee soon? No. Origination music. I'm not going to get a toupee at all, ever. Are you going to get a new question soon? Or a rat tang fun folwat? Is that really your name? Or a rat tang fun folwat? Am I getting a toupee soon for my homosexual? Excellent question. Soulless of Lyra says, is it 22 in dog years? No, I'm actually 52. Am I going to get a troop of toupees and a troop of homosexuals, and I'm going to pair them. I'm going to pair them with one another. I'm going to have them watch New York's Alright If You Like Saxophones by the band Fear. So, Orarat Tang Fun Folat. Whenever you ask any question, in this instance you asked, are you a homosexual? But whenever you ask any question, people must always ask of you in reply, is your name really Orarat Tang Fun Folat? That just has to be the response. Hi, Chris Chapin. Hi, Amare. You're seeking true love and pancakes? Oh, you're seeking true love. You mean you want me to draw your soulmate? Is that what you're saying? Because I do draw people's soulmates. You know, I'm not afraid to do that. You just got to tell me what sex is your soulmate. And I'll draw your soulmate for you. Megan, good day, good afternoon, and good evening. Wonderful horseshoe from Newcastle, Great Britain. Well, wonderful horseshoe, let me tell you, I have drank a lot of your beer in my day. Too much, so I don't drink any of it anymore, but yeah, I do remember the 70s. I saw the first Star Wars movie at the drive-in multiple times with my dad and my friends. He'd cram us all in the car and we'd go to the drive-in movie theater. Hey Heart, says Zumu. Hey Heart. What's that famous jazz song that everyone's heard? Oh, you mean Jazzy Jazz? There's a lot of famous jazz songs. Some quartet something. that's really helpful, Boba Fett. Chris Chapman, you know about music. You know about jazz stuff. That should narrow it down adequately for you, don't you think? What's that famous jazz song? Some quartet something. You know what he's talking about, right? That famous jazz song. It's one of the three, right? One of the three famous jazz songs. It's either Liza Minnelli singing Cabaret, or it's Cole Porter playing Strike Up the Band. Excited Impala says, hello, you are such a nice man. Well, thanks, Excited Impala. Yeah, I mean, I think that is the most famous George Michael song. And we're going to ask next, which is the best George Michael song? I'm going to give you, we're going to end this poll. I'm going to give you, Mike, I'm going to give you three choices. Actually, I'm going to give you four choices, okay? Wow, that poll was a lot closer than I expected, to be honest. 38% of you believe I am 22 years old. So I'm doing better than I expected. That's a lot better than I expected. Azura, can you maybe start STF viewing? You know? Sure, I get it. My ing is at the end of the wrong letter. Which George Michael song is it? Michael's or Michael? George Michael? What's that guy's name? George Michael or George Michaels?
George Michaels?
Is it Michael or Michaels, everybody?
Michaels? I thought it was Michaels.
AEL singular.
Oh, really? Wow.
Which George Michael song is best? All right. We're going to give you the following choices: Faith, um, Guilty Feet. I don't know if that's what it's called, but you know which one I'm talking about. Guilty Feet have got no rhythm. Oh, Careless Whisper. Careless Whisper. Now, next one. Is Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. And then the last option is going to be the George Michael Christmas song. Last Christmas. I should sing Careless Whisper. Maybe I will sing Careless Whisper. But what's the Christmas song called? Last Christmas? Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. You gave it away the very same day. All right, there are your choices. There are your choices. Ruzman says Club Tropicana. I don't even know that one. Lennon Edits says, I gave him a shout out yesterday. I think it was earlier in this stream. I don't think it was yesterday, but that's fine. Could have been the earlier stream in the day. Okay, well, Souls of Lyra, then you don't vote for that one, okay? It was still obviously George Michael who wrote that song. You know, he, like, nobody, who can even think of another person who was in Wham besides George Michael?
No one.
No one at all.
Except for someone maybe who, like, grew up in that era and loved George Wham.
Wonderful Horseshoe makes a hilarious joke. Listen to the Long and Winding Road live version by George Michael. Oh, are you serious? Is there really a live version by George Michael to that song? Why would anybody cover that song?
I don't know.
Ah.
Hey, Lou.
Just because he's got the same first name as George Harrison. Yes, there is. Okay, well, Rach and I are going to have to listen to this.
Yeah,
Just
we
a
have
little bit
to.
of this ridiculous thing. Like, who would choose to cover that song? The long and winding road. Meow, 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 meow. I don't even know the lyrics to it.
Neither do I.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, I forgot about Freedom. That's a good one, too.
Oh, I forgot about Freedom, too.
That's a good one, too. George Michael was quite a good songwriter, you know. Is he dead?
I think so.
What did he die
I don't know,
of?
actually. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I want to say yes, but...
What were those shirts he used to wear? It said, like, Frankie says...
Oh, yeah, says... What? Or Frankie says?
And does that have any link to Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
I don't know.
What is Frankie Goes to Hollywood? Is that another band?
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
You never heard of Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
No.
Wow. Okay,
And
I
the
gotta
Frankie
Google
Says
it.
shirts, I never understood what they meant.
I didn't get that either. Like, what were they wearing those shirts? What were they all about?
Hi, simple girl.
Frankie Goes to Hollywood. It's a pop band. And they're an English pop band that formed in Liverpool in 1980. Well, I can't seem to sing any of these songs. Oh, relax, don't do it. When you gonna go to it? Relax, don't do it.
Where you wanna go?
Yeah, that song.
I like that song.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You have the biggest five head, actually sick, sad I ever seen. I have the biggest five head, actually sick, sad I have ever seen. Yeah, yeah. Keep talking, big man, old man. Well, King J, aren't you provocative?
Yeah.
How about I'll keep talking and also you keep talking, and then we'll both be saying words. Be quiet, big man, big head, big face, big for head. I mean, even though I could hardly imagine a command being issued more delightfully, I'm going to have to decline to obey your command. Be quiet, big man, big head, big face, big forehead. Yeah, big old man. Okay. Well, you got it, King J. You got it. Yeah, say my name one more time. You gonna get it. Okay, King J. I was gonna get it all along. And me saying your name one more time didn't change anything. You know that one song by those one peoples? Well, it's wrong about me. You know that one song that says, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Well, for me, I was always gonna get it. And I still am. All right, so I think what I need to do now is bring my coffee outside before I have this health tube. And I'm looking forward to I was looking forward to engaging with King more, but nobody said anything about Rachel. Sorry. You can talk all the shit you want to me, but that's funny, Rachel. Rachel's funny. As their topics are always so nuanced. Well, yeah, I mean, bisexual is a nuanced topic. Am I bisexual? No. I'm Rachel sexual. I think, this is a tough question to answer. I like all those songs I listed. But I'm going to eliminate, right off the bat, I'm going to eliminate Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. In Vogue. Thank you, Soulless of Lyra. That was In Vogue that I was singing. Anyway, are you a Peter Puffer too? I'm not a Peter Puffer, but I have heard juice that Peter Puffer puffed a peck of Peter Peppers at some point. Padawan Rangebender, great. Great is correct. That was number one answer on the board. I do as well. However, I don't like people being hurtful. Well, it doesn't really matter what they say to me. They're not being hurtful to me. They, what do you think about the song Heartless by Kanye West? I'm not familiar with it, I don't think. Boba Fett, that's not funny. Too soon. So George Michael got stoned, which I think in England means drunk, and crashed into a Snappy Snaps. What's a Snappy Snaps? A lot of bad people out there. Yeah, don't worry about bad people. ESP. ESP stands for especially. Some people around here might have thought that's she had left off the last letter of like ES or the middle letter of ESFP or ESTP or something like that. But no, she just meant ESP. ESP is like OBS. I'm a lot more likely to use OBS than ESP. Wait, yeah, ESP, right? Especially, yeah, ESP. But I'm gonna use ESP from now on. I think I'm gonna use it more than OBS. Obviously, totes is another one that's equivalent to OBS and ESP. Totes, OBS, and ESP. Totes, OBS, and ESP walked into a bar. The bar said ow. ESP said totally. Totes said OBS. And OBS said especially now. It's not regular especially. It's especially. Probably Soulless of Lyra will only remember this if they grew up in the 70s in Los Angeles area. But when I was a kid, my earliest memories of Disneyland, they still had different letter tickets for different rides. And we'd, save leftover like B and C tickets. Because, of course, you only want the E tickets, really. They're the ones that are a premium for E tickets. I think they should go back to that system. Why? Because I don't care about amusement parks at all. So I just think they should go back to it just to see what happens. It used to be an expression, like, say, oh, that's a real e-ticket ride. He crashed into the front window under the influence of weed, huh? I mean, I can guarantee you he did not crash because he was high on weed. That does not make you crash your car. Oh, and hey, those cartoons were just a joke. I know Rachel is your true soulmate. And I had to respond to that Mr. Billmouth babe as an artist. Maybe she I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. So I'm assuming you drew a picture of my soulmate as well. That's fine. I accept also that oh, you're not in Los Angeles, so you don't know about e-tickets rights. Uh, I haven't seen those cartoons. Eric, you do not understand what's going on, it seems. Sometimes I don't understand what's going on. Sometimes I do. Read above, Eric. Someone from Thailand is here. Who's from Thailand? I don't see anybody from Thailand. Are you talking about Fatten Nesser? He was found in a bush, buggering some sod. Well, I'm assuming you mean the the kind of sod that you put on your front lawn. Hi, Carlos Paiva. What up to you as well? Did you ever see Slash riding his big wheel down to Sunset? No, I never did see Slash riding his big wheel down to Sunset. But Slash said when he was a kid, he was going to roll down to Sunset on his big wheel, putting tiny little insects into the earth. Why would an INTP potentially be annoyed with an ESTJ or ISTJTE forcefulness, or is this not likely? Well, and ESTJ in particular is likely to tell you what to do, and not just how to do it. SE Polar does not like being told what to do. You need to do this now. I don't like that. I'm still singing, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Never gonna get it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a 30-day song challenge on Instagram, and I'm on day 11, and it's a song that you never get tired of, and it's so difficult for me.
A song you never get tired of.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think you almost have to pick a Beatles song.
Okay.
Because that's proof you've not gotten tired of it for the longest, right?
For the longest, yeah.
So you basically got to pick a Beatles song that you still like to listen to a lot. Like I know you used to be a big fan of Hey Jude.
Yeah.
But do you really like to listen to that one so much anymore?
No. It's not. No, it's not continued to be.
So you should think about what Beatles songs you like a lot right now that you liked a lot a long time ago as well. What's the butt shake dance called? It's called Left Cheek, Right Cheek, Hey, Hey, Hey. Are you talking about Dancing Party Dance? I don't know what you're talking about, but...
Left cheek, right. I play that game with Eric.
I think pizza is not good for health. Well, I'm glad you felt comfortable sharing your thoughts with us. Anything by Van Morrison. Is that the name of the song, or are you saying anything by Van Morrison?
That's a song you never get tired of.
Metal Machine Music by Lou Reed never gets old. As far as Lou Reed songs go, like Satellite of Love and Perfect Day are both incredible songs.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my goodness. That song is such a brilliant composition. but so is Satellite of Love. You know.
Yeah, it is. They're both really good songs. Such a like a it like encapsulates this period of time.
Yeah. Satellites come down from the sky. Things like this drive me out of my mind. Like it for a little while. I like to watch things on TV. Ba-da-dum, 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 bum, bum, bum.
Satellite of love.
Bum, bum, bum. Satellite of love. Bum, bum, bum. Satellite of love. Satellite of. I think, Megan, that Oliver Anthony's Richmond from Richmond, north of Richmond or whatever, I think that that song is probably too new to say you never get tired of it. You haven't given it enough time to get tired of it yet. I'm not really familiar with the song, but I'm not twerking today. I'm having a twerk free Sunday. I've had Damn Girl stuck in my head, and I never liked that song that much, but John's voice in that is nice and raspy. Oh, Girl?
Oh, good.
That's a good song. Yeah, it's easy to get stuck in your head for sure.
I'm looking at track lists so that I can like. I like You Won't See Me a lot.
I do remember Joji. I remember you from this morning.
I'm Looking Through You. That's another good song.
Yeah. You know, I'm particularly fond. Yes, I do remember you from this morning. Uh, I am particularly fond of The Word.
Yes, you are.
I think that's just such a genius track.
And you know what? Can I use
So
that
ahead of
as
its time.
it's so good.
So ahead of its time.
Okay, all right. Spread the word and you'll be free. Say the word, be like me. It's the word. Enough.
Thanks, Megan.
The word is love.
Rachel and I do get along very well. That's why we're married.
Aww.
Some people get married, like me, my first two marriages. Goodbye, Joji. Or with the people that you don't really get along very well with, because you're kind of a big dummy. But then when you do marry somebody you get along with, you're like, I'm glad I married this one. I remember Milli Vanilli. I believe they said they were the new Beatles.
Did they?
I believe they are one of many people throughout the ages to have
yeah.
said they are the new Beatles.
That's
Popstar is back. Glad to see her back, Popstar. The Type Police song. Try as you might. I'll just play it. I'll just play it. Try as you might, you just can't hide, 'cause you're mistyped, and I've been waiting to pull you over all night. Type police, please pull that guy over. He says he's my MTE, but seems extroverted sensing to me. I think he's ESFP or Type Police. The audio on that sounds terrible, of course, because after I recorded it, like that computer crashed, you know. Your mom loves Careless Whisper. Well, Careless Whisper is the one that goes, guilty feet have got no rhythm, And I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Do 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 do.
Guess which one I chose?
Okay, Deaf Artisan, I will not fear death. I think you might have chosen Careless Whisper.
I didn't actually.
What did you choose?
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas
Yeah.
is not a bad choice. It's in third place. That's pretty good. I'm surprised Faith only has 10%.
Yeah, me too. Because you have to have faith, faith, faith. I gotta have faith, faith, faith. Baby, I know you're blah, 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. That's actually a really good song.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, George Michael. So he died in that car crash. That's how he died. That's sad.
Oh, that is sad.
But even sadder is the fact that somehow it got attributed to him smoking weed and driving.
That's bad. That's really shitty that that's an association. Because, like, people are going to pull that out of their pocket when they're trying to make an argument. They don't have the word.
Oh, they don't?
No, not on Instagram Music.
Well, you might want to pick a different one then.
So, let's see.
Oh, tonight is the Oscars. Will we watch any of it? I don't think we're probably going to watch it, but I think we will probably do a fashion police on the red carpet clothings.
I really hope we do.
Yeah. Who is more likely to be annoyed with ESTJs, ISFJ or INTP? I would say, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. It depends on how they're interacting or, what their relationship is, right? So a work relationship's going to play different than a friendship than a NKOTB, anyone? New Kids on the Block?
Oh, I used to like New Kids on the Block. Boba Fett.
He passed from a fatty liver? Was he preparing to be made into pate? Is what Google says. Okay, well, Blue Elvis, if you're going to go crazy and start Googling stuff, fatty liver, huh? What makes you have a fatty liver?
That's a good question.
Are you force feeding yourself grain like a goose?
Hey,
Wow.
did we wake you?
No, it's fine.
How's it going, fatty liver?
Oh, I'm all fat, just like a goose's liver.
Did you have a good nap?
I had a
Good.
I needed a little bit.
Yeah, those naps freaking lifesavers.
So who's 22 years old?
Me.
One day you were.
I mean, the thing is, the poll was 38% yes. So 62% of people said, no, I'm not. I'm not that age. I'm 22. So George Michael died from hard drinking, overeating, cocaine. What did Pee Wee Herman die of? Just old age or something?
I don't know.
I didn't even realize he was dead. He was dead? Okay, Prince dead, Pee Wee, Michael Jackson's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's dead, but what am I? That's my homage to Pee Wee Herman. How did Paul Rubin die?
What's up, Winston's mom?
Well, Winston's mom is saying to Padawan Rangebender if he has questions for an ISTJ. But the thing is, here's the problem, Padawan Rangebender. You're not going to be able to ask the questions like you're asking there with personality terminology and stuff. Cameron doesn't really. If I have examples to give him of a specific type, then he'd know kind of what that's like. But he's not like immersed in cognitive functions.
I'm a civilian when it comes to types. I know that there's SI and TE that we used to do.
Yeah.
Say, Eric, you want to do
That's
some
good.
SI stuff? And I would know that means something that I like to do. It's as deep as I
SITE.
go with the 2-letter stuff.
No, not that Paul Rubens. Pee Wee Herman. Okay? It's different. That's Cameron. Cameron is our friend from Los Angeles who has come to visit us for a few days. He actually says he's has to leave on Tuesday, so he'll only be here for the rest of today, tomorrow. He's heading back down on Tuesday. Hi, Elaine.
What's up, Elaine? Padawan, I'm sure you wouldn't annoy me.
Yeah. My point is simply that you don't ask whatever questions you have, don't make them too jargony. What is my job? Joe G asks. My job is being Eric. Okay?
I can confirm that.
I spend my time being Eric, practicing being Eric, refreshing on how to be Eric. It's not easy for a guy like me who doesn't have any discipline to be Eric consistently across time like I should. So obviously I have to do a lot of practicing. I don't really have a job, Joji. I am, you might say, retired, but you know, I'm gonna have work to do soon enough. We're getting this property ready for vacation rental. Usage is a vacation rental. So, what's on the plate next to me? This?
Everybody likes the plate.
Yeah, it gets a lot of attention, this plate, actually. These are very small mice. Eric's job is making Elaine smile. Well, fortunately, I don't have any analytics on that. As it is, I find I don't check the analytics much. I have taken lately to going to the dashboard to see how many subscribers I have. But I still don't look at any of the other analytics. I stopped looking at analytics a long time ago. What are they again? Little mice, small rodents, very small little mice.
So I chose She Came In Through the Bathroom Window.
It's a great choice. It's an absolutely great choice.
Thanks.
Joshua Quijada is back again to condemn me for YouTubing.
Condemn you for it.
Yeah, he says, dude literally never goes without attention, lol, go live your life. I am living my life exactly how I want to live it. You know?
Get out of the house.
Yeah. Well, Joshua Quijada, you know, I get that you don't like my life or me. So I'd recommend maybe visiting some other live stream that you enjoy more. Even when I was... Don't ask those kind of questions, Joji. Those kind of questions are vulgar.
Body Count was a really bad band featuring Ice-T though.
Really?
So maybe he's asking about your taste in really, really bad hip hop.
Really, really bad hip hop
Yeah.
that just sounds so bad.
Ice-T already was the worst. He didn't need to make a semi-rock rap band
God,
called Body
no.
Count. It was so
Yeah.
whack.
You are
It's terrible.
all right about that. Elaine, the last thing I need is more mods. Not that I don't appreciate the mods I have, I do. Appreciate them very much. I think Rachel was maybe like my first ever mod.
I was.
Yeah, Rachel was my first ever moderator.
Yeah, that's how we announced that we were together.
Yeah.
Through mod.
Reef 13th says, "Hey y'all, what did I miss?" It might be, Joji. It just might be.
It also could be oregano.
Could be oregano.
Yep.
It could be just like some just random leaves and stuff I sprouted up out front.
A lot of people bring in plants for their cats from outdoors. They call it like a, I don't know, a scent box or something. They'll get a box and just like put some sticks and leaves in it, and the animals check it out. I was even noticing Pee-Pee sniffed that plate. It was on the table right there. She got up, she was like laying on the papers. She stuck her nose right in the plate there of whatever that substance is, and she gave it a good sniff. She's like, oh, okay.
So there's probably catnip then.
It could
That's-
be a special catnip.
That's probably what it is. That's interesting. One of those cat plants she would like a lot. She used to like in Arcadia, going into the front yard and into all like the plants and stuff. She would rub her face and like smell.
Oh yeah. I wonder if people do health tubes with catnip. How that would work.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Monica Kowalska, star to you as well. And Count Dookie says, "Wait, you're only 22? You look too young to be 22. Your beard isn't even gray yet." Good point. This is blonde. This is a grayish kind of blonde. Someone shit my pants last night.
Can you give a best comment award?
Well, I can give him a wonder point. Okay, Anthony is.
I like that.
You get a wonder point.
It's an odd sentence too. Like someone shit my pants last night.
Right.
But
Well,
but that's just. Go ahead. That's right.
I just want to say, as a top detective, I'm guessing that someone is you. Anthony is. Should dye it all purple. Purple, huh? I'm not sure about purple. I'm no longer a child. When I was a little kid, I liked purple a lot.
Really?
Yeah. But as I got older, I thought, like when I was a little kid, like my favorite little Hot Wheel was purple.
Wow.
And I told my parents I wanted to paint my room purple,
Delilah really is your daughter.
but they didn't let me paint it purple.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I wasn't that committed to it. Really.
Okay.
There are people who are committed though. I know somebody, Kara has this good friend who's like a responsible adult. Everything is purple that he has.
Wow.
He
Oh,
just
wow,
kept
it's
going.
interesting.
Yeah.
Is he a Lakers fan or
At his
something?
wedding, he had like a purple shirt on. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he is a Lakers fan.
Haha, he's a Lakers fan too.
I've seen these motorcycles that are so ugly. They're painted purple and yellow like the Lakers. It'll be like a bitchin' motorcycle I would like, and somebody destroys it with the Lakers paint job. It's like,
Oh,
what are
God.
you doing? Of course, the paint job should be Oakland A's. I mean, that's the only paint job to last.
Yeah, you're 2 minutes late, Anthony is.
I had a roommate who loved purple. She had a purple car too, just like you said, and she like, you know, made it known she was like a purple person. I was just like, oh, that's interesting. I never really, that was not, I had it as a bed cover. I had like peach colored walls and a bed cover that was purple. But I wouldn't have called it like the color that I naturally gravitated to.
So we did let Delilah paint her room purple, but it wasn't really purpley purple, you know. It was a color called Some Enchanted Evening. It was Disney brand paint.
Oh.
Yeah. Disney had a brand of paint. You ate 10 grams of mushrooms yesterday? That's quite a bit. That's almost half an ounce. I mean, you know, the better part of half an ounce. That's, I guess it depends on how clean your head is as to how heavy that is, you know.
And I believe Anthony IS is the one somebody should.
Yeah, it is. So I'm wondering if you have to do with the mushrooms.
Yeah. It may have been you on mushrooms, Anthony, is.
Mushrooms and tires stupid to me. Like the night of the Christmas party when I took like a stem, I was fine. So next time I took it, I just took a stem also, and I was all sorts of messed up. Yeah, it was from the same batch.
Yeah, but I mean, they're unpredictable. I've been just eating a little bit of mushrooms when I eat mushrooms these days. I used to eat a lot more. But like, last time I ate them, which wasn't that long ago, like maybe a week ago or something like that. I don't know, a week and a half maybe. I didn't eat very many of them, but I actually tripped pretty hard. I had a good time. I was laughing it up about hilarious things, laughing it up about wonderful brings, laughing it up and singing and dancing all night. After I have this health tube, I can feel the fourth dimension entering my butt chute. Now, if you were with me earlier today, you heard my discussion of butt chutes, also known as butt tubes, okay? The terms are used interchangeably in the scientific literature. But anyway, your butt tube or butt chute refers to the part of your butt where the poop is before it goes down into your butt proper. It's called your butt chute or your butt tube. Women can remember it as the non-fallopian tube. So anyway, I think this backlog of poop that's been just sort of clinging to the upper reaches of my butt chute has finally come to terms with its destination, its destiny. Well, it's come to terms with its destiny. It's about to reach its destination. namely the septic tank. Okay. In we go to make some poop now. We'll use our butt because that is how you go poop when you poop properly at all. Don't try to go poop with some part of your body other than that poop that makes you naughty. And then, meow, 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 meow. Actually, you know what I gotta say, Boba Fett, if you're still here. I stand corrected. Famous jazz song, something, something quartet, is enough information to come up with take 5. So, I made fun of you, I teased you, but in reality, you had given me sufficient information. I should have been able to come up with that. So, I just wanted to issue that formal correction. It was I who was the fool, not Boba Fett. My problem was, I was thinking you were saying quartet, which is telling me is a jazz song played by a 4-piece. But you were saying quartet's in the name of the band. I should have pieced that together, into 4 pieces. Oh. That was a much needed poop, I'll tell you. I feel like I've won some kind of poop lottery, really. Even so, I still feel as though there are remnants of the Japanese army in my butt. Maybe up at the top of the butt chute. I've got so many cat hairs on my jacket. Oh, trouble. If I used those hair grabbing rolling things on my clothes, that cat would single-handedly keep the hair grabbing rolling things in business. Because he produces like 2 full cats worth of extra shed hair a day. I'm guessing most of his caloric intake, which is massive, goes to hair production. Since he doesn't really do anything except sleep, go to the bathroom, and shed hair. Well, I have done a wonderful job of pooping, and I'm very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself. Great job, Eric. There may indeed be still more poop inside of my butt, but I still made significant progress there. And there's one person more than anybody else whose attention regarding my poop I appreciate so much. I don't remember what his name is, but it's that guy who comes around and told me to go out and live my life and how I always need attention. Well, maybe I do always need attention, but I want him to know that his attention, if he were still here, his attention on my poop would be my very favorite attention. So, wow. A butt clearing poop, or not entirely a colon blow, you know. A true butt clearing poop is called a colon blow. And a full colon blow, you know, it can change a whole week around in just a single extended poop.
Yeah, if I was left to my own devices, I would probably be late to everywhere I go.
You have to be so obsessed to do that for a time. But yeah, she was late to her job shift.
Well, because I'm sure she was driving differently than she usually does too, because all rain.
Well, Catchers Timham, let me tell you this. What would have actually been disgusting is if I hadn't flushed the toilet.
I did that on accident.
Yeah, well, those things happen. Star Trooper, not at the moment, but maybe I will do the thug shake for you later. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Is that a dance?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of the function.
I did wash my hands with soap. Catchers Timham. We have hand soap by the sink. So, so that's an important message for you and yours, wherever you may be. Have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Have you guys eaten anything lately?
We had a couple of
yeah.
manicottis a couple hours ago, but I could eat again relatively soon. Are you thinking about making something?
I could make, I've got simple tomato and red pepper soup, super duper simple. I've got corned beef hash, or I've got the Indian meal. You guys are interested in any of those?
I mean, I'll eat some of whatever you make. I don't really care.
Yeah, they all sound good to me too.
Okay.
Hi, Ruben R.
What's up, Ruben?
Hey, Ruben.
Well, what it do is at the moment.
Photosynthesis is what it do.
At the moment, it do very little. I never really got a full sleepy week like I should have. So I've had a couple of fairly sleepy Adderall days as a consequence. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is likely to be an ENTJ, not an ESTP. Conceivably, I'm pretty sure ENTJ.
I think I'll make the soup.
Cameron's gonna make some soup.
That
Carlos
sounds
thinks ESFP. I was gonna suggest maybe ESFP, but when I think about how different his governorship of California was than Trump's presidency, it makes me think, no, he's probably ENTJ. Um, what would I do different in my early teens? I'd, I guess, be more goal oriented. Understand that, like, I wasn't choosing between nothing and the perfect option. I was choosing between better and worse options. Yeah, I'm 22. I'm pretty young still. But I would have, if I could go back in time and tell myself something, it's that ridiculously, unreasonably, unfairly, where you go in life has a lot to do with the decisions you make in high school, college age, and stuff like that. So, you know, pursue things that you're actually good at with a little bit more vigor than things that you suck at. And get big and smart. Those are good. That's good advice as well. You know, grow up, retain your agency. I should say, don't make big decisions now that that impact your ability negatively to make decisions later. In other words, don't make decisions that remove your ability to make certain choices later.
You know, it's interesting, like how much the college you go to can affect or impacts more, like how it impacts where you get a job right out of college. Um, it kind of opens more doors for you if you go to like a well-known college. Like every cousin that I have that went to like a well-known school, like got a job at like a corporate place, like well-known, like Groupon, Discovery Channel. Well, actually, she started at Direct, some other channel before, but it was like going to a known school. People like it, she like they were all able to like network more. Networking was like a big part of like graduating from those schools.
Well, they also were driven about career.
Yeah.
I don't think you were really that driven about career.
Probably. No, I wasn't.
Never let yourself to be believed that you can't turn your life around. Well, I agree with that as well, but that's not what I would tell myself at 13 or something, or 14. I would tell my younger self, hey, the decisions you make now matter for later.
Some of the decisions that you make are going to be good ones too.
Yeah. Of course, I wouldn't be nice to my younger self. I would just yell at me. Just like I do now. So it's probably best I not be allowed to talk to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't recall ever answering this question with that answer, Hero Lamb. That's, but I may have. That's a good answer too. I guess it depends
It is a good answer.
on how sensitive I'm feeling, you know, in the moment when I answer the question. Uh, I don't think I needed to be told that when I was a teenager, though. I was arrogant.
You know what though? I feel like being arrogant is part of being a teen.
Yeah.
You get a little arrogant.
Yeah.
I definitely started to talk back as a teen.
It's funny, I don't think of talking back as arrogance. I think of arrogance as being uh, some kind of presumption that I knew more than I did before I knew it, you know? But maybe Padawan Rangebender is right. Maybe I shouldn't change a thing because of butterfly effect. I'm not sure I would go back and tell myself anything. Or certainly I wouldn't want to return to that age and relive all of this life again and do a better job or something like that. Although, obviously, if you highlight any specific um, part of your life as though you can isolate it, you might say, oh, I wish I could go back then and, knowing what I know now, do meow differently. But ultimately, like, marrying my first wife, by any normal objective standard of decision making, was a terrible decision. But I did get a daughter out of it, and I wouldn't want to fix that bad decision, you know, because then that would rob me of my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff like that. Ergo, Padawan Rangebender's advice: don't change a thing. What makes you believe you know better now than you did at the time? You can't be for sure. Well, I can be for sure because of both there's a general accumulation of knowledge that's not based on any particular attachments. Plus, I'm a professional debate coach, so I parse out ideas for correctness, and and I can be more correct currently with the experience, knowledge, and specialized skills I developed since I was a teenager than I could be correct then, because I was still fundamentally the same guy. I was just less well equipped to be correct. In one way that I was less equipped to be correct than I am now is I didn't have YouTube back then. So now, for example, when I'm streaming, I encounter people who ask challenging questions like, what makes you believe you know better than you did now? What makes you believe you know now better than you did at the time? I think that's a great question. You can't be for sure. I can be for sure. But I get that you can't be for sure about my subjective knowledge, right? So it relies on what's fundamentally subjective data, namely my understanding of my own past. Can an idea be good but incorrect? Sure. Uh, I think, for example, before plate tectonics, scientists explained the continents moving apart from each other as an expanding Earth. Like the Earth was a balloon that was filling up, ergo the land masses were moving ever further apart from one another. It was a good idea, but incorrect. Oh, would I rather have $5 million or go back to 15 with the acquired information? I'd rather have $5 million. Food's done. Eric, would you trade your NE for an NI? If yes, why? No, because I would be a different person then. You always have a chance of dying during your tangents from your present reality. You got a good point there, Padawan Rangebender. I hadn't even considered that. You're assuming if you don't, you know, with that question, probably if you're like me, you're assuming that since you didn't die this time, when you go through from 15 to 52 again, making better decisions, you're even less likely to die. But that's not necessarily the case. And the other thing is, not all ideas are measured on correctness. So when Eureka TV says, "Hi, Flow State, how's it going? Good to see you." Um, when Eureka TV says, "Can an idea be good but incorrect?" Well, sure, there are lots of good ideas that don't have anything to do with correctness. Maybe there's a good idea from anime that I like that I think is a cool idea. I don't have a great example at the moment, but that's neither correct nor incorrect. It's just artistically good or bad. Um, but ideas like why are the continents drifting apart? Like those are explanations. So something like the expanding Earth theory, which says the Earth's blowing up like a balloon. Well, that's a good idea for an explanation, but wrong. Careless Whisper is a classic. I mean, I think
I'm starting to think that I like Faith a lot.
yeah, Faith is a great one as well. I mean, I like all these songs, Taylor. I get that George Michael's not the toughest, most like ESTP band in the world, but you know, like for kind of limpy stuff, you know. It certainly is. He's an actual songwriter of some ability, whereas like say Boy George, another George.
Oh yeah, only has
he's
Color
not
Coming
good.
from a Chameleon.
He's not good at all.
I think I will always associate "Wake Me Up Before You Go" with that song, with that part in Zoolander where
they're squirting gasoline on each other.
I can't not think of that scene.
That's a good one. Everybody does like cheese.
Mozzarella is good.
The drama behind door number 1 is I could develop Air Google before Google. Well, I don't know how to do that. So, if you ended up a wiser person at your age, was it really mistakes to begin with? Well, sure, because not everything that you learned from was a good idea, you know?
Yeah.
So, no, I don't have an axe, but I have a machete. That's something we'll need to get for there, probably as an axe.
Mm.
I don't really want people to hurt themselves, but. Well, I don't have a fireplace, Flow State, so accordingly, I don't have any reason for an axe. We will get an axe now because this is one of the things that we're learning this week here as Ruben and Acacia are staying at the.
You have the chainsaw though, don't worry.
Yeah, we have a chainsaw, but I've never even
Yeah,
tried it
okay,
out
so-
before. I'm scared of it. When I first moved in there, I was like, let's get a good chainsaw.
Yeah, because that's what they said in town. They were like,
I got a Husqvarna. I forget what it's called, but it's a Cameron bought it for me and brought it up. I thought I was gonna need it. I didn't end up needing it.
You might need it tomorrow. You never know what'll end up in your driveway. You know?
Yeah, that's
It's a
true.
good emergency tool around here.
it is, but we definitely need to learn how to use it.
Elaine and Chris Chapman both say the same thing again. They're up to their magic trick again.
They are, and I like the reference.
Tell your younger self to learn the Mississippi sax. No, thank you. Well, some might critique the idea. For example, political correctness. In the end, putting value on criteria divides the outcome based on human factor. Well, I mean, there are certain kinds of things. I'm not exactly sure where you're going with that idea, Eureka TV, there, but there are certain kinds of things that can be evaluated objectively and should be evaluated in a certain way. No, they're not a bot. Elaine and Chris Chapman are both regular people around here, Flow State. Usually they engage independently of one another. I've typed both of them I've met both of them before, so. Do I think Marilyn Monroe had anything to do with President Kennedy getting whacked?
Oh my god, that is so crazy. Like, what are you guys doing, Elaine and Chris Chapin? How are you so in sync right now?
They got some sort of plan. Well, your theory's wrong. Because normally they don't do this. This is just one of these tricks that they do sometimes.
Maybe they're talking on Discord.
They're not even in the same country. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum to you as well. So James Day wants to know about President Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe. Well, Marilyn Monroe famously said, if you can't take her at her worst, such as when she's murdering the president, then you don't deserve her at her best, such as when she's not murdering the president.
She would.
Yeah.
I'm like dying.
That guy, guy, Lee Harvey Oswald, he was just a patsy because the powers that be are like, oh, Marilyn Monroe, we don't want everybody to know that you killed the president just because you were having a bad day. So they set up that whole Lee Harvey Oswald thing to cover for her.
So
There's slightly less than one. Who wants
I'll
to
have
slice
less.
it? It's pretty hot, so.
All right, thanks.
Thank
enjoy.
you.
No problem.
Rachel wanted less. I wanted less. I think it's gonna be delicious.
I think so
it's
too.
just
I haven't had tomato soup, but
I'm not
yeah.
super starving.
No.
So you think that they say people saw 3 Oswalds that day. No, I did not see that, Flow State. I did not see that at all. That was a long time ago. How old is she now? I'm curious.
Wouldn't Marilyn Monroe be like 75 right now or something?
Well, she might
Would she
be.
be 75? No, she'd be older than that.
However, I'm
She's
actually
older than my
talking
parents.
about Taylor's daughter there when I say how old is she. This is tomato soup made by
Tomato
Cameron,
soup.
made out of real tomatoes. He squeezed the tomatoes by hand
Mm-hmm.
with his tomato squeezing fingers.
Good.
I manufactured a special tomato squeezing device. Made a YouTube video about it.
The Bay of Pigs. You think the Bay of Pigs is why President Kennedy was killed? Flow State doesn't have a lot of fondness for tomato soup. He calls it warm ketchup.
I put ketchup on my chips sometimes because I want to taste them. If I'm like craving French fries or something. I like ketchup. I like tomatoes.
My dad told me that people would go to McDonald's or somewhere like that and ask for ketchup and hot water and make ketchup soup,
Really?
free soup. Yeah, I don't know why my dad had advice like that, but
Hey.
I don't think it was advice, it was more just sharing.
Ketchup and hot water.
I think
Make
mayonnaise
yourself
is way
some soup.
more.
Yep, little
I think
little
mayonnaise
salt,
is
pepper.
worse.
There you go.
This is a little hot.
It is.
I'm gonna wait for it to cool down a little bit. It's
delicious
delicious,
though.
but it's just too hot right now. So while I wait for that to cool down, I'm going to go partake of a health tube.
It has vitamins and minerals and stuff in it.
Yeah, it's got vitamins, minerals, tars,
What's in the filter?
delicious, refreshing fiberglass.
Probably filled with vitamin C powder that you breathe in just for your health. What about that? A vitamin C powder filter for your health tube.
This is pure vitamin fiberglass. Vitamin F. I just made a sandwich from rye bread. Well, good for you, rye bread sandwich person. Good for you. I don't blame you for announcing it because if it had just been a regular sandwich, I mean, okay, maybe that's not worth announcing. But a sandwich with rye bread? I hope it's corned beef. Corned beef is the meat you're supposed to put on rye bread. Everybody knows that. Muty Mass says, I just ate an entire pack of gummy worms. Wow. Good for you. I'm gonna have a health tube. Do you still use health tubes, Taylor? In other words, Taylor, are you still alive with pleasure? For those who don't know, Taylor here used to smoke menthols. I don't know if he still does. Menthols is how you become alive with pleasure. Oh, well, be glad you don't live in California, Flow State, because no menthols allowed here. The good people of California decided, in their horrible patronizing way, to protect the black people from the terrible tobacco companies who are taking advantage of them by making menthols illegal. 2 servings of vegetables, 1 menthol, 1 regular. That's good. That's helpful for cardiovascular digestion. You know, YouTube's gotten a little fussy about the health tubes. That's why I only use my health tubes off camera now. Oh, good job. Good job, guys. Apparently, you either already knew or have learned Eric's universal law of pooping. Poop when you can. Poop when you can. Don't say, oh, I could poop right now, but I don't have to poop that bad. I'll wait till later. I don't follow this universal law. I followed it better, but I try to tell myself to follow it more sometimes. Poop when you can. You won't regret it. You'll never say after you're done pooping, I wish I hadn't pooped right there. I wish I had saved it for later. You're never gonna say that. So just poop when you can. So I wonder what song Rachel ended up choosing for her song a day Instagram challenge thing she's participating in. Yes, you voiced this notion before, and I'm gonna have to agree with you in terms of practical terms. It makes perfectly good sense. You might as well poop at work while you're getting paid to poop. But I'm just too much of a home toilet Howard to make a practice of that, you know. Might be the case that I spent some years when working where I did end up pooping at work fairly often, but it was always going to be non-optimal. Yes, Flow State's a real person. His live streams are much more successful than my live streams. If you want to go to a pop-in chat, you should see all the stuff going on in his chat. It's like his chat rate must be so much better than 5. Sleep with Eric. You know, I think I made Rachel a moderator before we'd even slept together. So she was my very first moderator. But what are you going to do? You got to start with somebody.
I just don't know where the line is where it gets inappropriate.
I mean, that's definitely inappropriate, but the first time when it fooled me, then they get credit for fooling me successfully. You know, they got me to say, Anita dicking me. And I felt pretty foolish. Obviously, that person's name was not really Anita dicking me.
I fall for that stuff all the time. I just be like, oh, someone said something.
Oh my god, when I would play Hangman with the special ed class in high school, they would always have me write fuck.
Oh my
So I'd
god!
write the letters in different spots. I would still let them, choose the letters, but I'm not going to write in order fuck.
No, I wouldn't either.
If they're smart enough to do that, what can I say?
Yeah.
That is in fact the username that fooled me, folks.
Mhm.
I am ashamed to admit it fooled me, but it did. It's the more rated X version of Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. You're pooing back into your hole?
Oh no. Good luck. It's gonna be a little while.
That's a sad, sad occasion. Phil McCracken. So, I've actually gotten a lot of new subs lately, let's say, since I started live streaming vertically. Do you wait on the toilet? I mean, if you feel as though you can get it to encourage it to come back out, then I'd say yeah, try to squeeze at least some of it out.
I agree.
This tomato soup is very good.
It is.
Yeah, good old Trader Joe's.
Oh, I had a feeling.
Your daughter's middle school principal is named Mr. McCracken. Well, somebody's got to be named Mr. McCracken. I can't believe how delicious the soup is. You guys, this is from Trader Joe's?
Yeah, it's the red pepper and tomato soup.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's an upgrade from just ketchup and hot water.
Out of
Like the other one.
yeah, oh my god. Is it the kind out of the box?
Mhm.
Yeah, those soups are so good.
Bring you lunch next time. I mean, do you guys ever get anywhere there's a Trader Joe's, or are they all too far?
No, there's no Trader Joe's near us here.
Mm-mm.
I also have a poop stool shoji in the bathroom. I'm a big believer in poop stools.
I am too. When I remember to do it, I'll use it.
I like how it's got 3 different layers of foot putting up.
Yep.
Because, with my feet on the top step, I'm basically in stirrups. Oh, Jolene. Oh,
So your nickname is Joji?
maybe her last name is Jihad.
Jolene Jihad.
It could be.
It could be.
Probably her last name's not Jihad, but
They must put some cream or something in the soup. Yeah.
Oh, Jojo.
Oh, your name
You
is
know
Jojo.
what is crazy?
Mm.
I was just talking about how I had this dream the other night about this old student of mine that I had a long time ago whose name I couldn't remember. Taylor Amott's little sister.
Okay.
I still don't remember what her actual name was, but that's fine, Jolene. Nobody's asking you to share your last name. No, nobody's asking that at all. I was just making a joke. Anyway, I remember that girl's nickname now is JoJo.
Oh, look at that.
Taylor called her JoJo, but I don't think her name was Josephine or something like that. I think it was an unrelated name.
So that was just her nickname, JoJo.
Yeah. So that's really serendipitous that somebody came in here with that same nickname. Because I was just saying the other day how I couldn't remember that kid's name. Anyone here of yoni eggs?
No.
You put him up your puss.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, no, but then yes, I do actually remember what a yoni egg is.
Guilt from failed students from my subconscious. I mean, it's a weird kid to have in a dream because she's not a kid who made a lot of impression. Like I worked with her older sister a lot because she was on the speech team. She was never that good at it, but she tried hard. So I had to kind of work with her more than I like to work with speech kids. But I didn't really ever. JoJo was an excellent drawer. I remember now, but I don't. She wasn't my kind of kid really, in that she wasn't a debate kid. She wasn't super verbal. She was chill compared to her sister. Her older sister was like try hard. So, how does Rachel interpret my dream? Do you remember me telling you? Do you remember hearing about this? I talked about it on the stream. I don't think I talked to you about it directly. So, I dreamed the other day that I was trying to get people out of a building. There was either, I think it was sort of alternating between flooding and being on fire. But I couldn't get JoJo out of the building. I don't even remember anybody else that I could get out of the building.
Maybe it's like you couldn't reach her. Like she was the unteachable one.
Yeah, but the thing is, she was chill. She didn't want to be taught. I didn't want to teach her. It was fine.
Oh, so then
she just wasn't my kind of kid, right? Like she wasn't into debate or any of that kind of stuff. And she and I got along just fine.
So I mean, it was like her role in it was insignificant, but somehow she had like some sort of significance because you were trying to get her out of there and you couldn't remember her name.
Right. I guess she was saying, you don't need to save me.
Yeah.
I'm a good drawer, but my favorite thing to do is figure skate.
That's an interesting
You're going to go now. You have figure skating practice. Well, I hope you make the Olympics.
There's a YouTuber called Mia Maples, and she used to figure skate when she was younger. She has a video on it. You should check it out.
Yeah. Because if you're going to be successful in figure skating, the pinnacle of figure skating is the Olympics. It's not the World Championships or whatever.
No.
I thought it was TikTok, though.
Could be TikTok.
Championship of ice skating?
Yeah, it could be TikTok that's the pinnacle of ice skating.
I'll take your bowl.
Not everybody wants to. Yeah, I'm done. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rush you.
Gamer asks this question. Inner Panic says, anyone else sleep 4 hours a day or just me? I don't sleep 4 hours a day. Sometimes I do at the beginning of a bottle of Adderall, but then that quickly changes. You're 11? Well, great job for sticking with figure skating for 6 years. I wish you all the best in your figure skating career. I bet you could, by this point, do that spin around thing where you start off slow and you bring your arms in and you go faster and faster and faster. You can probably do that. Maybe you can do a double sow cow or something. Who knows?
The super twirly jump. I think that's the official name.
The super twirly jump. I don't know if there are any 11-year-olds out there who can do a double sow cow.
I think that the younger kids can do gnarly jumps. They can do like triple lutzes and the whole cool stuff. Because I think they don't weigh as much. I think adults like have a bigger challenge getting their giant human adult body to spin around like that.
You can do a double sow cow? Wow. Or you can do the spin around thing. You can do an aerial on skates. So, all right. Well, I wish you all the best. I hope you win a gold medal. Gamer says, Eric, what do you do if something went wrong with a past relationship and you still have feelings, but you're trying to move on and you've been developing a new one? Well, I used to have that a long time ago, after I messed up my first serious relationship. And I had like a marriage, really like 2 marriages, and I still occasionally I still had dreams about her through like my first 2 marriages. But when you find the right person, then that will change. You just got to make sure you don't. You're not gonna be. You're not gonna get over that with a new relationship with the wrong person. You know. I saw a kid do a spin around thing when being picked up by a drone. Anyway, I like Padawan range bender's interpretation of the dream. A lost student just floating by probably misread her potential. She would have invented the cure for cancer, but you let her down. In her Nobel Prize speech, she will mention your failures.
Wow.
I hope that's right. I hope that your interpretation of the dream is correct.
I do too.
That'd be great if she mentioned me by name in the Nobel Prize speech. Said, "I just want to call out this teacher, Eric Strauss from middle school. He like worked hard with my sister and like paid no attention to me. So what's up with that?" Well, because JoJo, you and I had an understanding that, you wanted to draw pictures and not be bothered by me. I didn't want to bother you. It was fine. Yeah, if you messed up the relationship previously in some significant way, then it probably can't be redeemed. Favorite sports team in football and baseball? Well, for college football, I like USC Trojans. And for baseball, well, I can't help but still be a bit of a Dodgers fan. And Rachel and I went to some Oakland A's games last year. We tried being Oakland A's fans, but they just suck so badly that why even bother, It would be crazy as if the Oakland A's made the playoffs this year. I think ESPN had them picked second to last in all the majors, which is a definite improvement from last year where they were picked dead last. Yeah, well, we went to a couple Oakland A's games, Section 8 Fitness. You sound a lot like that other guy who was here before. I don't live stream 24 hours a day, unfortunately. It'd be pretty cool to do that, though. Maybe I could just plug in the phone and just continue live streaming as I sleep, everything. That'd be pretty cool. Good Time says, "Hey again. Who was dead last?" It wasn't the Rockies. It was the Rockies, the Colorado Rockies. Well, you sound like a very angry person. So I'll just go ahead and hide you. Yeah, the A's games were fun. The A's games were a lot of fun. Rachel and I got good seats because you can get excellent seats at the A's game for cheap because nobody wants to go to the A's game. Like, who wants to go to watch the worst team in baseball? Set up a camera in the corner of the room and get a monitor to display YouTube comments you can respond to. I mean, the the thing about that notion, gamer, is the reason you're here at all is because I live stream vertically from my phone. If I didn't live stream vertically from my phone, then I wouldn't have uh, anybody here probably really at the moment. I mean, I'd have my same 10 people that I used to get regularly. Do I have a wife or kids? My wife is two people above you in the chat, Rachel Strauss, and she's currently flushing the toilet. I have a child who is 25 years old. Maybe crop the video. I mean, I can't, right? That's the point about vertical live streaming is it limits what you can do. So, it would be cogged on anyway. Okay. But that's fine. So, and the other thing that's important regarding that, there's sort of like possible ways I could do things differently, gamer, is that I'm lazy and I'm not very good at being consistent with follow through of things that seem like a good idea. Let me just hide around Griffin, who really despises me for some reason. Am I retired? Yeah, I'm more or less retired. So, reinvigorated. I feel like I'm coming alive again, you know. It's great. I'm enjoying live streaming a lot. Having a new audience around is fantastic. Sure, there you get an occasional Ron Griffin. You missed out, Boba Fett. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's that guy who like just despises me because purportedly I need to get a life because I'm not live streaming enough. I'm a coward. Why am I a coward? Oops. I guess I'll never know. I'm not scared of what you have to say. I just don't feel like listening to your abusive bullshit. Well, people who are super like spite monkey, hateful kind of people like that, they've got multiple sock puppet accounts. I'd probably have a hard time dealing with my own El Guapo. It just so happens to be that your El Guapo is the actual El Guapo. It's not just Cam trolling from the couch.
That's a good one. Somebody must really be, organized to remember all their fake accounts and make special fake names and all that. Like, they must really have some time invested into organizing being a total individual.
Yeah, well, it probably normally gets good sort of emotional response from people. I think he's frustrated here because it's pretty difficult to get under my skin. If you start throwing around false accusations, obviously, about me, then I'm going to hide you. But yeah, we own this house. Have I considered dreadlocks? No, I've not considered dreadlocks. Did I take the buggy out today? No, Cameron and I actually went and got gas for the buggy.
Oh, Oh,
I like that naming of it, the buggy.
I do too.
That's a cool name.
I've not heard it called that before.
That's what people call their dune buggies. They just call it the buggy. Like their VW sand rails that they go to ground with.
Hmm. Well, I've heard it called a side by side. I've heard it called utility vehicle. It was called that earlier today. Rachel Elson 44. Hello. Thanks, Anthology. It is. We really love it.
Mm-hmm.
And we just moved here a little bit over a year ago. Oh, you have a buggy? You call it a buggy? See, I've always called it the Little Wilderness Car. Sometimes the LWC.
I think I would.
What kind? What's good time? What do they have? What kind of wilderness?
What kind of Little Wilderness Car do you have, Good Time? I'm curious. Yeah, these kind of shutters are great. They're called plantation shutters. And, they go like this. But you could also open them. So, they give you a lot of options. And they got good, insulatory properties. So, you don't feel the cold from the window very much. Yes, I know that I am live. Oh, they're not called plantation shutters anymore? I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. I heard about the master bathroom thing, master bedroom. It's called the Chitk. CHETCK. And it's old and two-wheel drive. Oh. Well, it depends. Depends what you need it for, Like, there's this guy who lives around here. He's got a little orange one. The only thing he uses it for is the only thing he uses it for is walking his dog around. Do I pet furry dog toes? Well, I pet a dog yesterday. The dog came to visit me. How often does California get cold?
Big liars. Wow. Battle on.
Well, it does have that kind of southern look to the house, It's got, from the front, I think you'd say it looks like kind of a plantation house design, right? It's kind of southern.
Kind of. Southern, plantation houses have, one level and then a second level, and usually,
Pillars.
some sort of.
Right. We don't have a porch. So we do have this walkway, but like at an actual plantation house, it would be a porch. It would be up off the ground.
Yeah.
You need your rocking chair and your shotgun right there.
Can I do a rocking chair in my shotgun? What?
On your porch, you've got the rocking chair.
Oh, the rocking. You're right.
That's
Yeah.
part of the plantation house.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got to enforce everyone out in the field with the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Ananova 5, what is good? Everything that is not bad. The crazy girl says hi. In other words, no neutral. Ananova 5, 0 neutrals. All good or bad. How often does California get cold? Well, where we live, it gets quite cold in the winter. Yes, Oakland is a miserable city. But we live 3 hours away from Oakland. So it's not like we're close to Oakland. We live sufficiently far away from Oakland. I have a resemblance to Stalin. Well, both Stalin and I do have a mustache, but I have a beard as well. We moved from Los Angeles up here to Mariposa, and we really like it here.
Yeah.
We feel like I don't know. We couldn't have picked a better place. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel too.
It's pretty nice up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to an open mic
Mm-hmm.
at this place called the Grove. It had been our first time there, and everyone was so nice.
Yeah.
Like we were on like pretty late in the lineup, and like the people who stuck around were just like so nice. One of the bartenders came up to me and they said he was like, "Are those originals?" And I was like, "Yeah." He wrote them. He was like, "They were great." Like it was, yeah, it was really nice.
Is that a periodic event you can go back to?
Yeah, it's once a month.
Oh, sweet.
It's the best open mic I've ever been to, in terms of just like warm community, welcoming atmosphere, no haters. It was wonderful. It had little kids getting up and doing
Yeah.
random things.
So how much time do you have between people? Do you get to have your own guitar, or you just get on the mic and
Yeah, you
don't
bring
plug
your
anything in?
you bring your own guitar, and then you just plug into a plug they have there on stage, and then they set up two mics, one for Rachel, one for me. I actually have a video of it
Cool.
here on Goofo.
How many people in the whole evening get to perform?
We were 13th out of 14.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how much time does it take to get 14 people's song to happen?
Took a good more than a couple of hours, like close to 3 hours probably.
And Eric. And then somebody told me that Michael left. Is that true?
Share.
Yes. Okay.
Create
so
a
then
link.
after is Ira, then Cameron.
Rachel, have you performed before?
It was only my second time. I actually kind of like fumbled some stuff, but it was fun.
Okay, wow.
But while they're setting up, I just want to remind you, there's so many events that happen at the Grove House. I've
It's like
mentioned
I've
this
been in
is my
front of
favorite,
students a lot
but
of times, but
be sure you get on
to
the
actually
website so you can
be
see.
talent is like way different than just telling someone about math or whatever.
Well,
Huh.
one of the things that like kind of like had me go like stutter a little bit was that the sound was so good in the place, and I could hear myself so well. So I was like a little shocked.
Yeah, it's super classy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a super classy place, and but also super like down home family.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
There was like a group of teachers, I believe, who went, and some of them performed. We believe that the woman who hosted the open mic, she I think is a teacher too, right?
Yeah, she's retired
Oh, retired.
retired teacher. Um, so the thing is, I want to say about that was, yeah, the sound's really well done, and the audience is there, like paying attention the whole time. It's not just people talking and stuff, which is nice.
Yeah, it is.
You gonna go back?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go back for sure. They also, this one guy who played there was an incredibly good jazz pianist.
Yeah.
Just shockingly good jazz pianist. But most of the people who played, most things that they played, well, it's like I know we're better than than pretty much anybody we're gonna come up against in an open mic. I mean, obviously, we're not as good in terms of musicianship as that jazz piano
No,
guy.
he was
And
incredibly impressive.
and yeah, he was incredibly impressive and played a really pretty cool song
Yeah.
too. I really liked it.
I was nervous because some jazz I just don't like listening to. But when he was playing, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good!" And he told a story about this like if you
The fake
this
book.
yeah,
Yeah.
that if you're a jazz musician, like you know all about. There's like no author or anything, but it has like all the jazz classics in it. Um, it's really cool. And then yeah, he played, and I was just like, "Wow, like this is like good jazz."
Yeah,
Really good jazz.
I enjoyed it a lot too. I'm 52, Jazz May Osborne, if I didn't answer that already. Uh, and, but you know, in terms of people playing, you're gonna get people playing covers, a lot of people playing covers. You'll get some people playing originals. I view myself as competing against anybody who might be doing originals, and I don't really find like there's much competition out there, you know.
No.
Were people doing originals or covers?
Most of them were covers.
Most of them were covers. Some people did, or some were a couple of originals, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe one or two of their songs, but there weren't many. Most of them were covers.
When you master absolutely everything, you go jazz. I mean, that's not mastery of art, though, right? It's mastery of your instrument. I think I'll step outside for another health tube. Welcome back, Jojo, um, Jolene. I think I'll play health. I'll have a health tube. I think then maybe I'll play a song on the guitar, and maybe ultimately wrap this up. You know, I think that composition is the highest form of music. So whether you're writing songs or classical music composition or whatever, it's to me it seems like unless people are playing a good song, then they're not doing anything purposeful musically at all. And if they didn't write the good song, well, unless they're providing some coverage to some variation by making a cover that makes it dramatically better in some way, then I understand what they're doing, why they're doing what they're doing exactly. Joji, say hi to my wife Rachel.
Hi,
Rachel,
Joji.
there is Joji. Okay, so I'm gonna go follow through on my plan. I'm gonna have a health tube. Yes, the chats are on the TV. Exactly. We are chilling here with Cameron. About to have a health tube. So there's the chats on the TV. And as you see, it's a big TV. So it's easy to read from over here. I think the person playing has a lot to do with it. Rim Time says, what's the topic here? Well, sometimes the person playing has a lot to do with it. Obviously, there are certain songs that are famous for a certain singer. It used to happen Oh, Joe G wants to know if that's Sol de Janeiro.
It is. I get so many questions about this. It is Sol de Janeiro, Brazilian crushed churroso 71.
There you go. So it's true. Some people have soul. Like, for example, a perfect example is the Willie Nelson songs "Crazy" and "I Fall to Pieces." Were both made famous by Patsy Cline. So much so that it's hard to imagine those songs. You know, it's hard to when you want to listen to those songs, you want to listen to those versions of them. And it's understandable that you might get specialists who are excellent at rendering songs, especially singers. But nevertheless, I would still say the higher form of art is composition, because if the singers don't have a good song to sing, then it doesn't matter how well they sing. Like, Steely Dan has one song, one hit of theirs. I think just one song total, but maybe there's certainly just one hit of theirs that has a different singer, and it's called "Dirty Work." They got like a good singer to come in and sing that song. Times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee, so you find somebody who will do the job for free. So anyway, and I think the track benefited from them getting a good singer in for that song. But it's also not the case that I think Steely Dan would have been better off if Donald Fagen didn't sing. Like, I wouldn't necessarily dislike uh I wouldn't necessarily dislike getting a male singer and Rachel and have those two singing and me just playing the guitar for my songs. That wouldn't bother me at all, because if they're a better singer than I am and they can sing all the notes and everything, then that would allow me to be guitar player and musical director. Like, I can listen to them singing and go like, no, try it like this or whatever. I like that idea. Is that a good idea? Well, I guess it would depend on what singer I got. What I really need is a drummer and a bass player. Because, and the drums, the drums, the drums, the drums, the drums, the drums. And all they kept saying was, and all we kept thinking was, what did we keep saying and thinking? The answer is eat, sleep, rave, repeat. The very notion of eat, sleep, rave, repeat makes me want to do drugs. But you know, you can't spend all your time doing drugs. Sometimes you just have to not do drugs. I just have my prescription drugs, which are Adderall. And I smoke marijuana. Sometimes I take mushrooms. You know, I don't have other drugs than that. So, those are the drugs I take. I think we'd all be thrilled to get some ketamine or something like that. It'd be fun. You know, Rachel really loves ketamine. I'd be a little concerned about her if she had an unlimited supply of it. But, you know, I'm a fan of DMT. I would like to get some more DMT. But these things are hard to get. It's like, I don't hang out with the cool kids anymore. I'm not sure I ever did, but I used to at least know where to get drugs, but not really anymore. So I'm having to live as Nancy Reagan always intended me to live.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Can I recommend a music channel? Sure, recommend whatever you want. What I am on, Orat Tang Fun Full What? Is that really your name? I can't imagine that's really your name. Orat Tang Fun Full What? Gnarly Darlings. Well, let's check it out. Gnarly Darlings. The music channel that Jolene likes. Oh, okay. Well, it could be that she misspelled that. I'm not sure. I see a song called Gnarly Darlings, but not oh. Oops. Is it a band from Seacoast? Video of Seacoast roots rock band Gnarly Darling? Cool. I appreciate the fact that it has 11 subscribers. That's very obscure. Gnarly. Okay, I will show you the photo. Is it like this? I don't know. Meh, says Boba Fett. Okay. What do I think of drug assisted therapy? MDMA is pretty controversial. Uh, well, I mean, I don't know what I think about that. I don't think it's necessarily a terrible idea. Okay, well, I don't know what that means, Moises Seguiri. Are you recommending this song or something? Everyone have a super March 10th.
Yeah, and if you put the Mar and the 10 together, it looks like Mario.
Oh, I see. Correct.
Oh yeah, sweet. Today's Mario Day.
Yeah.
Jose Mono logo. Okay, well, I gotta see what this is gonna sound like
too.
here. So let me mute this for a second. Wow, Jose, pretty good. Pretty good. Have a super March 10th. All right, so I'm gonna play a quick song on the guitar, like I said, and then I think I'm going to I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay. Orarat Tang Fun Folwat does not like the looks of it. So keep that in mind, everybody. Orarat Tang Fun Folwat does not like that. Doesn't like the looks of it. He may or may not like it, but he doesn't like the looks of it. To him, it just looks like trouble.
You know what that looks like.
Like the other cat.
Yep.
Wrap something for you. Okay. There you go. Let me bring my keyboard and my mouse over here. My name is Orarat Tang Fun Fogelbat, and I am neither a dog nor a big cat. There you go, Orarat. But, I'm not what most people call a good rapper, so, I wouldn't expect good rapping from me, really. All right. So I think I'm going to play this song first today. I just feel like playing this. If Rachel feels like doing the background vocals on this, she's welcome to. If she doesn't feel like it, that's fine too. There. Okay. I should probably tune this guitar. It tends to go out of tune every day or two. Actually, it's in tune okay. You're living on a time frame I will never know. Alienation and humanity's soul. Imagine you a future after the collapse, returning to the urgency of isolated past. You're picturing community free of metaphysics while you're hunting buffalo and you're picking red delicious. Knowledge of the seasons, wisdoms of old. Fires blazing in the night to keep away the cold. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with an agave weatherman. Imagining a history that never could have been. You lecture at the college, advancement is a sin. Lamenting disconnection in every corporate act. Asserting all your feelings and ignoring all the facts. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with an agave weatherman. You find modernity just so banal. Wish you had been born any time but now, and your experience won't run afoul of exceptions you might allow. You visualize nobility sipping on some port, or tribes of peaceful savages in beautiful comport. But few of history's people ever thusly did cavort, 'cause life was solitary, nasty, brutish, poor, and short. Hostility is kept at bay by what you think is in the way of life as children of the land with an agave weatherman. With an agave weatherman.
I'll sing the next song with you.
Alright, cool. What do you want to do, Rachel?
Anything.
You want to do Gregory?
Okay.
Seems to generally go over well. We don't need the words to that one either. He's Gregory, in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory, in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's
Gregory in disguise. He hates lies. Wants to confront the men. Always telling them. But every time he tries, they only run and hide. Again he is tonight.
The chance to yell at them. So now he's Gregory, in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory, in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's
Gregory in disguise. He hates lies. Wants to confront the men. Always telling them. But every time he tries, they only run and hide. Again he is tonight.
the chance to yell at them. But then the bridge brings a new approach. Sneakily, he'll try to encroach up on the guilty, then perhaps he'll get the chance to yell at them. He's Gregory in disguise, hands in his pockets. Now he's walking down the drive, averts his eyes. He doesn't want you guys to realize that he's Gregory in disguise. Wonderful, Rachel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you.
You want to do Cloudy Day now?
Sure. It's a very cloudy day in Los Angeles. And today we run out of time. Struggles past, trouble still to come. Day is nearly done. Someone buy us some more time.
Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm no sort of evangelist, but I have something to say. Life can strangely be forgiving to those who stay awake all night. And mostly voices say to give in. They'll try to sap your will to fight. But whether I'm supposed to be here or just be soon forgotten, noise is sort of based on what I see here and also on what I avoid.
It's a very rainy day in Los Angeles. And today we hope for more time. Struggles past, trouble still to come. Day is nearly done. Someone buy us some more time.
Cloudy day in Los Angeles. Cloudy day in LA. I'm no sort of evangelist, but I have something to say. There's something to say. Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah, just call it a set, call it a stream. I'll check on the chat. I saw somebody super chatted us. Thank you,
Yeah,
whoever
we
that
did.
was.
Thanks so much for super chatting us.
Yeah. It's super nice if somebody super chats when we're playing music. It's always been the thing that on some level I most want to succeed, at.
Thanks, Luminous. Thanks, Good Time. Thank you, Goji.
Thanks, Moises Aguirre.
Thanks, Moises Aguirre.
Yeah, we do have a PA and mics and stuff. I just normally don't normally plug in. We visited Lou before, Simple Growth 357. Rachel and I visited her up in Portland. Creature, thank you for your heavy metal hand signs. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, Simple Girl.
Thank you, Simple Girl.
So we'll call it a stream. Maybe chill for a bit. I don't know. Maybe even get out of the house. Maybe take a walk or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Taking a walk doesn't sound so bad.
Huh.
Totally.
So we'll see you all later. Thanks for being here. Don't forget you plenty of cheese. Thanks, Blue Elvis.